Have you ever wondered how the automobile, an essential part of our daily lives, came to be? To answer that, we need to take a trip back in time to the 18th century. The automobile's story begins with early experiments in steam-powered vehicles. These weren't the sleek, high-speed machines we're accustomed to today, but they were a start. Among the pioneers of this era, two names stand out: Nicolas Joseph Cugnot and Ferdinand Verbiest. Cugnot, a French military engineer, is often credited with building the first self-propelled mechanical vehicle. Meanwhile, Verbiest, a Flemish member of a Jesuit mission in China, is said to have developed a steam-propelled vehicle as early as the 17th century. These early vehicles were primitive, to say the least. They were cumbersome, slow, and not particularly reliable. But they represented the first faltering steps towards the creation of the automobile. So, we've seen the very primitive beginnings of the automobile, but it was far from the machines we know today. As the 19th century rolled in, the steam engine was refined and became more practical. This marked a significant turning point in the evolution of the automobile. With the steam engine's potential recognized, the 1800s saw a flurry of inventors and engineers dedicating their lives to advancing steam-powered vehicles. One such pioneer was a Brit known as Richard Trevithick. In the early 1800s, Trevithick developed the first high-pressure steam engine, a feat that revolutionized steam technology. His invention, the Puffing Devil, was an early steam-powered road locomotive, and it's safe to say that Trevithick's work laid a firm foundation for the future of steam-powered transportation. But the story doesn't end there. Another influential figure in this era was George Stephenson, an English civil engineer and mechanical engineer. Stephenson, known as the father of railways, made significant contributions to the development of steam-powered locomotives. His most famous creation, Locomotion No. 1, was an early steam locomotive that marked the beginning of the railway age. Stephenson's work not only propelled the development of steam-powered vehicles, but also paved the way for the Industrial Revolution. His designs were replicated and refined, leading to the realization of efficient and practical steam locomotives, which dominated the transportation landscape for much of the 19th century. However, as the century wore on, the limitations of steam power began to surface. These machines were large, cumbersome, and required a significant amount of time and effort to maintain and operate. Moreover, the steam engines were not without their dangers. Boiler explosions were a common occurrence, leading to a demand for safer, more efficient alternatives. The advancements made in steam technology during the 1800s were monumental, and they played an integral role in shaping the future of transportation. The steam power was indeed gaining momentum, but another contender was on the horizon. As we'll see in our next scene, the dawn of the internal combustion engine was about to change everything. The internal combustion engine, a game-changer, entered the scene in the mid-19th century. Its arrival marked a significant turning point in the evolution of the automobile. The concept was simple: ignite a mixture of fuel and air in a small enclosed space, causing it to explode and provide power. But turning this concept into reality required a blend of vision, ingenuity, and engineering prowess. Enter Siegfried Marcus, a German inventor and automobile pioneer. He is often credited with creating the first gasoline-powered vehicle around the mid-1860s. However, his contraption was more of a cart than a car, and it didn't gain much traction at the time. Nevertheless, Marcus's work laid the groundwork for future developments in internal combustion technology. In the midst of this, another figure was making strides in the same field. Carl Benz, a German engineer, was also tinkering with the idea of a gasoline-powered automobile. His 1885 Benz patent motor wagon is widely regarded as the world's first practical automobile to be powered by an internal combustion engine. It was a three-wheeled vehicle with a rear-mounted engine, and while it was far from perfect, it was a crucial step in the right direction. Over the following years, Benz continued to refine and improve upon his design. He introduced several innovations, including an electric ignition, a water radiator for cooling, and a clutch. These advancements, coupled with more efficient manufacturing techniques, made automobiles more reliable and accessible. But perhaps the most significant contribution of Benz was his vision of a horseless carriage. He saw the potential of his invention not just as a novelty, but as a practical tool for transportation. This vision helped shape the future of the automobile industry. The development and refinement of the internal combustion engine represented a major leap in the evolution of the automobile. It transformed the car from a curious invention into a practical, everyday tool. The engine's power, efficiency, and reliability made it the preferred choice for powering automobiles, a position it still holds today. With the internal combustion engine, the automobile started to resemble what we see today. The automobile was now a reality, but it was not yet accessible to the masses. The invention and refinement of the automobile were landmark achievements, but it was the advent of mass production that truly transformed the industry, making cars a practical reality for many, not just a luxury for the privileged few. Enter Henry Ford, a name synonymous with the automobile revolution. Ford was not content with just inventing. He wanted to innovate the very process of production. His vision was to make automobiles affordable and accessible to the everyday person. He wanted to democratize the roads, and to do so, he turned to the concept of mass production. Henry Ford introduced the moving assembly line for the production of his Model T cars. This was a revolutionary idea at the time. Instead of having workers move from car to car, performing multiple tasks, each worker would stay in one place, performing the same task on each car that came down the line. In this way, Ford could streamline the production process, making it faster and more efficient. The impact of this change was profound. The time taken to assemble a Model T car dropped dramatically, from 12.5 hours to just about 90 minutes. This efficiency allowed Ford to drastically reduce the price of his cars, making them affordable for the average American. The Model T, fondly known as the Tin Lizzie, became the first mass-produced car in history, and it changed the face of the automobile industry forever. This was not just about making cars cheaper, though. It was about making them accessible. By making cars affordable, Ford opened up a world of possibilities for the average person. Cars were no longer just for the rich and privileged. They were for everyone. Mass production also had a wider impact on society. It created jobs, boosted the economy, and revolutionized transportation. It allowed people to travel further and faster, opening up new opportunities and changing the way we live. Mass production made automobiles accessible to many, marking a turning point in the history of the automobile. It was the key that unlocked the potential of this new technology, turning the automobile from a novelty into a necessity, and forever changing the way we move. Fast forward to today, the automobile has evolved into more than just a means of transportation. We're now in a world where the automobile is both a symbol of personal freedom and a tool for societal change. It's an era of innovation and disruption, where technology is pushing the boundaries of what's possible on four wheels. Electric cars are no longer a fringe idea, but a reality that's transforming our streets. The roar of the engine is being replaced by the hum of electric motors, and charging stations are sprouting up in place of traditional gas stations. With each passing year, these electric vehicles are becoming more affordable and more efficient, promising a future where our journeys leave a lighter footprint on our planet. But the revolution doesn't stop there. We're also witnessing the advent of self-driving vehicles. Imagine this: cars that can navigate traffic, avoid obstacles, and park themselves without any human intervention. Autonomous driving technology is still in its infancy, but it's advancing at an astonishing rate. These self-driving vehicles have the potential to reshape our cities and redefine our relationship with the automobile. And let's not forget the role of cars in society. They're more than just machines. They're a part of our culture and our identity. They've given us freedom to explore, made the world smaller, and shaped the way we live, work, and play. Cars have become an extension of ourselves, reflecting our values, our aspirations, and our sense of style. Today, the automobile industry is at the nexus of technology, sustainability, and social change. It's a thrilling time to be a part of this journey, as we witness the transformation of the automobile from a simple mode of transport to a symbol of innovation and progress. From steam engines to electric cars, the journey of the automobile is a testament to human ingenuity. In a span of a few centuries, the automobile has transformed dramatically. From humble beginnings with horse-drawn carriages, we've seen the birth of a revolution on wheels. The dawn of the automobile brought with it the promise of freedom and mobility, a promise that has been kept and expanded upon over the years. Steam power led the way, with engineers harnessing the might of this natural force to propel vehicles forward. But it was the rise of the internal combustion engine that really put the automobile on the map, changing the way we move forever. Mass production techniques pioneered by the likes of Henry Ford made cars accessible to the masses, while modern-day advancements such as electric and self-driving cars aim to make our journeys cleaner and safer. The automobile today, a marvel of engineering and design, stands as a testament to human ingenuity and our relentless pursuit of progress. Next time you get in your car, remember the centuries of innovation that made your journey possible.